The project will use an ESP32 board programmed either through MATLAB or C++ in order to wirelessly produce vibrations with varying frequencies and amplitudes. Various equipments and materials were used during this project, including a SparkFun Thing Plus ESP32 room microcontroller, which acted as the heart of the glove, allowing signals to be relayed to and from. Various sanding sponges which were used for testing, a ceramic piezo vibration sensor which was used to correlate roughness with voltage, a mini vibration motor, an OpenLog Artemis data logger, and an O-scope 200 MHz, which were both used to make sure that the data received from the ESP32 were accurate. In addition, I also used the Arduino IDE, MATLAB, and Unity softwares in order to create a virtual space for testing. I started by connecting ESP32 to a laptop with MATLAB installed, and then I connected a vibration sensor to the ESP32 and ran tests to ensure that the vibration sensor could be activated and read by ESP32 and MATLAB. I performed tests by scraping the tip of the vibration sensor across different grades of sand sponges in order to correlate roughness with vibration, and tested whether or not the analog signal could be transferred simultaneously from the vibration sensor to the vibration motor in order to generate vibrations. Afterwards, I used the OpenLog Artemis data logger and the O-scope to capture and verify the analog signal in order to ensure that the data was accurate. Using the data gathered from the ESP32 and the Artemis data logger, I used Unity to generate artificial sand sponges that would relay analog signals to the vibration motor when touched. Afterwards, I plan to connect the Unity to a VR headset and create the haptic gloves by taping the ESP32 to the back of my hand and velcroing the vibration motor to the fingers. Afterwards, I'll test the glove on myself to see if it functions properly, then gather volunteers and ask them to rank both the virtual and real sand sponges 1 to 5 in terms of roughness and compare the data. The reason I chose this testing method is that the goal of this research is just to determine whether or not the vibration motors can accurately produce texture. So if the volunteers are able to accurately rank the virtual sand sponges 1 to 5 in terms of roughness, then that would be a success. Afterwards, I'll analyze the data and draw conclusions on the effectiveness of replication and make plans on improvement either through generative AI or other means. These are pictures of my setup. As you can see, I'm scraping the tip of the vibration sensor across the sanding sponges. And this is a rough visual of what the glove will look like. These are the results from testing. As you can see in the grade 60, the voltage is 0.91 volts for the ESP32, whereas for the Artemis data logger, it's only 0.66 volts. The reason for this is that the Artemis data logger can only read up to 2 volts and causes the average to be a lot lower than the ESP32. For this reason, when creating the Unity virtual space, I decided on only using the ESP32 reading for the grade 60 sand sponges, but for the rest of the sand sponges, I'll use the average of the two readings. Thank you for listening to my presentation.
Thank you so much, Justin. It's a first set of presentation bringing to us the virtual reality and some more stuff's happening. Any questions? I'll take the first opportunity. Which of the commercial available VR sets do you recommend?
Oh. Well, I just chose the one that best fits with Unity, which is I think the Meta.
Meta, okay. What are other options? I think we have one from Apple.
Yeah, I think the Apple Vision Pro. I'm not sure about other ones, but they said that the most compatible with Unity, so I just chose that one.
But I guess you are not restricted computationally with your thing. The MATLAB and the integration, it can work on any machine, any set.
I should be able to.
Please go ahead.
So, what would your next steps be if you were to be using this investigation? What would your next ideas for development be?
What?
What would your next steps be in this project if you were to continue it?
I think yeah. Well, once I finish the creation of the virtual space and the modeling of the glove, then I just plan to use generative AI and just maybe feed it a bunch of data in order to help it more accurately reproduce the texture through voltage.